night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's... defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The Chargers hit 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Faking the give, now Watson. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Watson. Running one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This is really difficult.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down run.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Watson on 1st down. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, fun, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A give running right is Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time out of Chubb. 45 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Chubb running right. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 8 coming up. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Herbert now. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Donald Parham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Now a handoff looking right. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They snap it to Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 on a Charger TD. A try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly, but the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in the stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with the toe tag.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and 4.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chargers,